Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Kohler. Over the years I've come up with some pretty innovative projects, so I've decided that I'm going to put them on video and show you my latest project, which will hopefully be the first of many DIY projects to come. Now the problem I was having is I live in a very small apartment and I have 2 cats. So I had to put 2 litter boxes somewhere in an apartment that doesn't have a whole lot of space. So the only place I could put it was by my front door. That made it where you could not go in and out of the front door. If we ever had people over, we had to move the litter boxes to another room, and the smell was god-awful. So to fix this, I decided to come up with something where I could hide the litter boxes in plain sight without them knowing that if there's a litter box there, and also be able to mask that smell so it wouldn't drive away all the guests that were coming over. So the first thing I did is went to the hardware store and bought some wood. I got this tongue and groove boards to make it easier to piece together, and then I put crown molding around the top and bottom of it. I drilled screws into the crown molding to kind of hold the box shape. On the corners I also put elbow brackets to kind of reinforce it, and then along the top I have 2 beams going across the top to also keep it in that box form. On the bottom, I screwed in a couple pieces of wood to kind of form a platform for the bottom, for the floor of the box to actually rest on. I wanted to be able to actually remove the floor just in case for like cleaning purposes. Next I used some wood putty to putty all the cracks and holes that were on the outside of it, and then I sanded it down and I painted it this white color. Next thing I did is cut out a hole in the back, big enough for the cats to be able to come into the box. I measured the front of my old litter box, the hole to go into that one, to make the dimensions for the hole for the back of this. If you don't have a box to measure, you can always just grab the cat and measure the cat. To help with the cats tracking litter outside the box, I placed these cardboard scratch pads outside, so when they come out of the box they actually scratch their paws and get all that litter off before they even walk back into the room. I then went out to the fabric store and bought this fabric, and I bought 2 large pieces of foam, and I just cut the foam out to the size of the lid, and then I stapled this fabric around it. Last thing I did was cut out a hole in the side to place a vent. And then from the vent I have a 3-inch flex tube going down into an inline fan motor. And then from the fan motor I have another flex tube coming out and going up into the window. I made it this way so I could be able to hide this hose when I wanted to, and then if it starts to smell or something I could just pull the hose out and stick it into the window. The inline fan is actually hooked up to an adjustable DC motor speed controller. I wanted to be able to turn it on and off instead of unplug it, and also be able to control the speed. So that was my project. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm Christopher Kohler, and I hope to see you in the next video.